Hey you guys, it's me, Shean Strong, your 2019 Mayesh Design Star, and I'm so very excited to be here in Park Studios with all these beautiful flowers provided by Mayesh. I'm going to be designing a bouquet for you guys, and I want you guys to follow along as we're using some of these incredible products to create something beautiful for one of your clients. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that these stems are going to be completely clean. This is going to really help when you're doing that hand-tied bouquet because your other hand's going to be holding your bouquet while you're designing with this one. So you want to make sure that things are going to be super easy to input into your bouquet. Now, kind of a rule of thumb whenever I'm designing, I like to make sure that I have all of my materials ready for me. I want to make sure that we have our zip ties, which we're going to use to secure our bouquet. I want to make sure that we have our snips because we want to make sure that we can cut those ends off properly. And that's all you're going to really need to get one of these bouquets ready for your client. Now, whenever we're designing, I like to make sure that I'm thinking kind of conceptually what we're going to be using. If we're going to be using a pretty floral heavy design, I want to make sure that we're going to be doing lots and lots of flowers. If we're going to be doing more of a greenery heavy design, I want to make sure that we're going to start with our greenery. So today we're going to be using some dried product courtesy of Japan and Holland and of course Mayesh. So right now I'm going to go ahead and get started designing for you guys. So we have some really cool dried textures right here. And what I like about this stuff is it's creating a really cool texture for your photographer to photograph to make sure that they're gonna have some really cool shots for you. So we're just gonna go ahead and just beginning. And I like to do a crisscross pattern like this. When you're using a hand-tied bouquet, you wanna make sure that your fingers are gonna be holding your base because that's what's gonna be interlocking all these stems together. So you're gonna make sure that these are gonna kind of crisscross this direction, laying one on top of the other. That's gonna really help secure your design and give some sort of foundation for the rest of your flowers to be building up in. So then right here, since we have two pieces already, I wanna add a third piece in. I'm literally just gonna take this and put it in between the three of them. By having three separate pieces like this, all we're gonna be able to do is have a beautiful line for the eye to follow. We want there to be a moment here, kind of over here, and go this direction. So that's what we have happening right here. Now, when we start doing our bouquets, I like to start with our bigger pieces first. I wanna make sure that we have kind of those bigger blooms or those bigger grasses, whatever it is, to kind of secure the rest of our bouquet. So we have these three pieces of grass right here. I'm gonna add in these toffee roses. These things are absolutely incredible. Again, a Mayesh product, which, I mean, you can't go wrong with these things. So we're just gonna simply lay them into our arrangement. Now you can see already how my fingers are just kind of interlocking around this bouquet. Your fingers are literally going to be a grid or the chicken wire or the oasis for your bouquet while you're doing this hands-tied design. So we're just gonna lay one rose in. I typically like to lay a rose to the side as opposed to kind of facing you directly. I feel like this is like a little abrasive to the eye, but having something like tilted to the left or to the right is a little softer for you. So we're gonna start layering these things in. So there we go. We're gonna add a couple more of these bad boys in. Aren't these insane? Like they're just beautiful. So when we're growing or when we're creating our arrangements or our bouquets, we like to make sure that we're doing like a level action. So we don't want things to be the same exact plane. We wanna make sure that there's gonna be some depth and some movement to your actual design. So right here we have this kind of happening over here, this over here, a little taller, a little shorter. And this is again, just gonna create some depth for you guys to follow. Add a little bit more just to create a little bit more texture in the back. So we're gonna add this right over here for you guys. There we go. We're gonna continue to add in our toffee roses. Now, the cool thing about working with a bouquet is you always get to be a little creative with your designs. Tuck these bad boys in and just create some depth. So you can already see how this is starting to create its shape and create a different type of unique look for your client. Now, I like working with larger items first and then going down to the smaller, more delicate items. By having these bigger places, you're able to kind of fill up the space, and then you can tuck in the smaller things to add a little bit more detail to your actual design. So here we go, a couple more of these beautiful roses. And you can see my fingers are literally interlocked with this. Like it's pretty crazy what they're looking like. But I promise you it's gonna look beautiful when it's all said and done. A couple more of these roses. And we're gonna start building it out. I'm tucking this bad boy in right underneath my fingertips. There we go. You can kind of see that. That way there's some more interest over there, a little bit more texture. We can kind of see the shape that's taking place for our bouquet. All right, so you guys can see what's happening right here with this bouquet. Again, lots of depth, lots of texture taking place already. We've not even added in the smaller things yet. So we're gonna add one more of these roses in just to kind of make sure that we're gonna be good with our bigger pieces. And again, I wanna make sure that these are gonna be layered like this. I don't wanna have anything on the same plane. A kind of good rule of thumb, if something is on the same plane and your hand can touch both of them simultaneously, either one of them needs to go down or the other one needs to go up. You just need to work on that to create that depth that you guys are wanting to have for this style bouquet. I like to trim my stems as I go. Not only is this gonna help with the weight, because your hand is going to cramp up. I promise you it will. Until you get used to this design and holding your bouquet like this, your hand's gonna cramp up. So by cutting those stems off, it's really gonna allow you to lose some of that weight and your hand's not gonna be holding something so heavy. So we're gonna add in a couple more elements. We're gonna start adding in some softer, delicate flowers. So we have a spray rose. Majolicas are one of my favorites because they just add a very soft, delicate look to any arrangement, any bouquet, any type of installation. Anytime we have like a hard cut like this, we want to be able to soften it up slightly. So if we add something like this with that depth that's already integrated in the actual flower, it's really going to soften it up and add a bit of romance to what you guys are wanting to do. So again, we're just going to weave this bad boy right into your arrangement, your bouquet. There we go. And we can already just see how that just adds a little bit of whimsy to your arrangements, your bouquet. We're gonna add a couple more in because again, we want the eye to follow a line. We wanna make sure that there's gonna be a transitional point from something high to something low where we're gonna be able to integrate a lot of cool textures that's gonna allow that eye to fall naturally. So again, just tucking this in. And you can see where you already see kind of what's happening. We're gonna add one more little section in. We're gonna add him up top, just so that that line is continuing from the very top all the way down to the very bottom. So there, we can kind of see what's happening right there. We can see this beautiful line taking place, and there's lots of cool textures that are gonna be happening. Again, this depth is already natural when it comes to the spray rose. You can see that there's already levels to it. So by adding it in, it's gonna really soften up your bouquet. Now, this is a fun texture to add into, is astilbe. Astilbe is a nice bridal bouquet because it's really light and delicate. And it just adds some cool texture to your actual arrangement. So we wanna incorporate a little bit of this. Again, to soften up those edges. We don't want anything to be too hard and to kind of have a blunt stop. We wanna make sure things are gonna be really soft. It's a bridal bouquet after all. We don't want this to be crazy. Now, if you guys have been following me for quite some time, this is gonna really help with you not having one of those lightsabers bouquets, because what happens with that is you just look like you can hold this little popsicle stick, and we don't want that. We want something a little bit more romantic, a little bit more natural, a little bit more organic. So by having something like this, with this lots of depth and lots of texture to it, we're gonna create that naturally. So there we go, we have this really cool texture taking place. Now, grasses are one of my favorites to add into any type of arrangement. This dude right here, tuck him in over here on the side, and you can just see how it adds this beautiful, delicate look to the arrangement already, how it literally just floats. I mean, imagine that as a photographer, as the bride, seeing something like that being captured on film is absolutely beautiful. Tuck a couple pieces in here, and you guys will make sure that we have a link for all of these flowers that we're using, and we'll make sure that you can see everything that's going on in this actual arrangement. But again, just having these fun textures. It's about making lots of fun with your bouquet, making sure that you are enjoying yourself and being creative. This is one of those pieces that the bride's gonna keep forever. It's either gonna be one of those photos where they're gonna have it over their mantle or they're gonna share it with their friends and family. So you wanna make sure that you're not only just being creative, but you're also thinking about them as well. Now this right here is clematis. I love working with this. This is a variety of it. We have multiple types of clematis, but this is a really cool texture that's just gonna add a little bit of fun to your arrangement. And again, you can see my hands, how they're literally interwoven back here with all of these flower stems. And it's really gonna be beneficial later on because this is really gonna be secure when you start to zip tie your bouquet. So there we go. I'm gonna start pulling some of these out because they're starting to get tucked in a little bit, and we wanna make sure that there's gonna be lots of depth, no empty holes taking place. We're gonna add in maybe some more astilbe over here. Now again, a lot of this product is dried. So if you're looking for like an all white bouquet, this is something that will be kind of a little bit different. You can add in some more tan kind of colors to elevate this just a little bit. Add in another cool texture. Feel free to play around with this. I know oftentimes when you're designing, you feel like everything has to be perfect. It doesn't have to be. You can start playing around and start placing things and seeing if you want something there, if you want it coming out this direction. You can start moving things around and have fun with it. I want you guys to feel completely confident that you're able to do something absolutely beautiful and play around and knowing that it doesn't have to be perfect the first time. So there we go. I like this dude right here. I might add another one in. Again, this is something that's very unique and something that's gonna be a little bit different than your standard bridal bouquet. All right, there we go. I'm liking how this is looking. I'm gonna add one of those other toffee roses in the back over here. Because you can see there's kind of an empty space right here, and I wanna make sure that that's gonna be filled. We don't want there to be too much negative space. Negative space is a good thing, but we wanna make sure that we don't have too much of it. All right, so there we go. To soften up this edge again, I'm gonna make sure that I add in some hellebores. Hellebores are beautiful flowers that are really going to help kind of soften that little area down there. So by just adding one or two of these little stems, it's just going to add a nice little pop down at the bottom for you. Now, a really cool thing that you can add into your arrangements or your bouquets is some grasses. Grasses are really fun because it allows you kind of to peer through your bouquet or your arrangement. It almost adds like this little bit of secrecy to what's going on. It forces the eye to kind of look through it, so that way it creates that engagement that a lot of people want with their flowers. So we're gonna add this dude in over here, pull him down to the bottom, and you can just see how he just adds a little bit of texture. He pulls in this dark kind of chocolate color that's kind of pulling up some of these darker tones in these toffee roses. By having this dude in here, we're just creating a little bit more interest, a little bit more texture, a little bit more depth to what's taking place. So there we go. We're gonna cut this dude back down, and I'm liking our bouquet. Again, this is gonna be a one-sided bouquet. So when you're designing this, the back can obviously be filled in with some flowers over here just to make sure it looks like it's gonna be completely finished. You can tuck in some roses, you can tuck in some spray roses, and that's gonna really help let it look like it's completely finished. So we'll tuck some of these bad boys in over here. That way there's no mechanics that are gonna be seen for your actual bride. They're not gonna be seen in all of the zip ties, they're not gonna be seeing all that stuff taking place. So we can just finish it off in the back right over there. Again, make sure that you're cleaning off all of your stems. We wanna make sure that this is gonna be very, very clean. We're taking our zip tie, going through our fingers like this, and we're just zipping them together. There you are. Now, when your bride is gonna be posing with your bouquet, make sure that they are always in camera ready. So if they're facing this direction, you want them to turn it slightly. If they're gonna be facing dead on, you want it this way. So that way this part right here, the most beautiful part, is gonna be completely dead on, dead center of the actual photograph. Thank you guys so very much. I cannot wait to meet each and every one of you guys at the workshops that we have coming up. We're gonna go a little bit more in depth on how to do bouquets, how to do centerpieces, how to do installations. This is all courtesy of Mayesh, and I cannot wait to meet each and every one of you guys. Thanks so much, and I hope to see you guys next time.